Hey everybody, Slippery Slope here, and this is XHTML tutorial number 13, and in not too long we'll start CSS. But today we are going to learn how to make tables. Now what a table is, other than something you read off of or use when you're having some sort of meeting, it's something you use where you take some data and you put it together. You arrange it into columns and rows. Now, if you're a seasoned programmer, maybe you've used SQL before, so that's a familiar concept to you. Or maybe you've just done this before, just looking at web pages and websites, and you're like, oh, yeah, I've seen some tables before. Or maybe you used Microsoft Excel, which there's a good chance you have, and if you have, you probably know people who have, and that is all about this stuff. So to begin making a table, let's make our first tag, and this shouldn't surprise you, it's the table tag. And we have a closing tag here, /table. Now, you could just do this, and what you'd have is you'd have your data without any sort of border. And if you wanted to add a border, you would just type in border as an attribute and put in a value, let's say 3. And now we are creating a table, and we're using a border, that's our attribute, with the value of 3. Now, we haven't declared any rows or columns just yet, and that's what we should do right now. Or we could just save and go eat some pizza, but that's not what we're going to do. Let's make our first row, and to do that, we're going to make a tr tag, so we got table row, and we're going to close it with the /tr. And inside, we are going to make our information for our columns. So the column tag is a little bit harder to guess on your own. It's TD. Why TD? Because it's table data. That might seem a little bit strange at first. TD, table data. Why data? Making a column, darn it. Well, we're going to put some data in between these tags. So think about that one for a second, and hopefully it'll make more sense. I'm going to type in pizza, and I'm going to cut and paste. Or you could copy and paste, or you could just type this all up if you'd rather do that for whatever reason. And in the next column, I'm going to put in SpaghettiOs. Is there an apostrophe here? I don't think so. I don't remember. Third, I'm going to put in L-O-P, the pod. You know what? That's not a food. I'm going to put in lollipop. And last one, I'm going to put in turtle soup. I won't eat turtle soup because I'm a Ninja Turtles fan, and I have an emotional reason not to do that. So let's save this, run it. I'm going to use Firefox. And now we got this border that otherwise wouldn't be here if we didn't specify with the border attribute with the value of 3. We create this, and we got pizza, 1 column, SpaghettiOs, 1 column, lollipop, 1 column, turtle soup, 1 column. Now that might be a little bit hard to wrap your head around because I don't have more information beyond this first row. So we're going to create a second row. And let's X out of this. And I also want to show you guys, if we didn't have a border, what it would look like. So let's get rid of this border. And it's going to be a little uglier, but that's okay. Just because somebody's ugly or something's ugly doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Disney is not necessarily telling you the truth. And I'm going to put in some more information. Pot roast. Chinese food. I ran out of things to come up with. Meatloaf. Man, why can't I think of this stuff? Pineapple. There we go. Save it again. Run it again. Launch in Firefox, or whatever you want to use. Make sure that your mouse batteries are firmly in your mouse. Mine just kind of started to fall out. And now the border's gone, and we have this and this. Pizza, SpaghettiOs, lollipop, turtle soup. Okay, that's in 1 row. Pizza's in column 1, SpaghettiOs is in column 2, lollipop, column 3, turtle soup, column 4. And then here we have the second row, column 1, pot roast, column 2, Chinese food, column 3, pineapple, column 4, meatloaf. So that's just about it in a nutshell, and I'm going, nutshell's food, sort of, I guess that counts. And I'm going to take a break and say that you just learned some good stuff. So thanks for watching, and if you enjoy what you see, feel free to subscribe. Slippery Slope signing out. Peace.